Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. This is Cloud Cape Coast. My name is George, and you are welcome to Cloud Cape Coast. Today we are just going to take a test. We are on Cloudnoobsapi. Cloud Noob API is a place that you can learn everything about APIs. It was created by a very good friend of mine, Justin, and I've been on here taking a few lessons on API because I want to understand API application programming interface. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I took a break to complete my bachelor's, and you already know your boy has his bachelor's in cloud computing from WGU. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again. Today, I just want to start up my YouTube channel again by taking this test and also doing a day in a life, and that's documenting my progress to cloud computing. I'm not a professional cloud computing engineer or anything. I am an IT technician, but I have a curiosity in learning cloud computing, AWS, Azure, and the others. I'm not perfect, but we are all going to learn together. Originally, I'm from Ghana, so you can hear the accent. But I want to make this as fun as possible. My setup is in my room, my living room. My TV is on. I'm sorry about that. We were just watching a movie, my wife and I and kids, and the kids are asleep. So I know that I'm going to have a few minutes to take this test and to also um, rebrand myself and just get myself into creating a few videos for my YouTube channel. When you are able to visit my YouTube channel, just search for Cloud Cape Coast. Please subscribe and like so that we can get the algorithm and make some more videos, exciting videos. I want to make my videos exciting as possible so that everybody can, comment, everybody can share, everybody can, watch it twice or 20 times. But let's get on with it. This is a website that was created by my friend, my very good friend Justin, Justin Lowe. This is he did not sponsor this video. I am just learning um, API. So I asked for permission, and he gave me the go ahead to introduce his platform to my channel and to let y'all know like everything that goes on his API website. But as the name goes, we have Cloud Noobs API. You have the home, the lessons, REST background, playground, JSON, linter, and interview prep. So you can get it's like all in one on this website. When you go to the lessons, you can get the learning path, durations, and all that. So you have introduction to API, REST API, understanding API authentication, JSON fundamentals, building APIs, and all of that. How to support API. This is career development and security. It goes deep into um, how to learn the API, and it's all levels, beginner and intermediate. You know, when you go to the REST playground, you can get all the courses, right? Like get you can use all the get, post, put, delete, um, and post, and all of that. You can also test it out over here with whatever you are working on, and you will know all the status code, the status codes, understanding the HTTP. I remember there was a time that I was having a conversation with him, and he asked me about some of these HTTP status codes, and I was able to mention like 200, which is okay, 201, but I did not know the rest of this one. So he put me on a challenge um, to learn the rest. And the next time we had a conversation, I was able to give him all of this, and he was like, "Hey, man, you can be an API support specialist." And I was like, "Okay, yes, there you go." So all these are good examples to learn and to get into API. So 200, that means created. 204 no content, 400 bad requests, 401 unauthorized, 403 forbidden, and 404 not found. And these are server errors that you can see over here. So you can learn basically everything on this website. I'm telling you, this is one of a kind. This is really, really one of a kind, and it is interestingly superb to be on this site. I'll be on here like every single day for hours, trying to learn API, because I know that API is the future. API is the future. All the AIs will come in, but it takes an API to keep it going. Imagine going to a restaurant and ordering your food. It takes a waiter to come and take your order and take it to the kitchen. Now that is API. There we go. So to understand API, this is the best place to be. Cloudnoobsapi. Now let's go ahead and see how the test is. So the test API 101 test, test information, the duration, the minutes is 45 minutes, 25 questions, and topics covered is REST API, fundamentals, authentication, security, best practice, and more. So it gives you like everything. Let's start the test and see. Question 1. I might be reading some of the questions, but I might not be reading because, let me see. Let's go ahead and read all the questions. Let's take this test, man. All 25 questions. Are you ready? Yes, let's do this, man. Okay. What is REST and what is its key principles? Okay, so you can get all these questions, and you can take the test over and over again, but I'm taking this test for the very first time. I just want us to have a feel of what it is. I've been learning on his page, but this is the time that I'm taking this test for the very first time, and then after that, we will see what we did. I hope we passed, though. I hope we passed. What HTTP method should be used to update an existing resource? Okay, so we have get, we have post, we have put, and we have delete. I'll go with put to see. All right, what does the HTTP status code 401? So we just saw 401 in the HTTP status code. So I would choose unauthorized access. Yes, which of the errors? So we have user error and we have server error, and 401 400 is bad request, 401 is unauthorized, 403 is like forbidden, 404 yeah. So I used to have it all in my mind, but we're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it. What is the purpose of API authentication? To make API faster, to verify the identity of clients and control access. Okay, I'll choose this one. Compare. I'll go ahead to compress data to format JSON. Now I'll choose this one because authentication. Yeah, control access. Yeah. What is JWT? JSON Web Token. A script of JavaScript framework, secure way to transmit information between parties as a JSON object. Okay, so this one is a little bit tough over here. It's a little bit tough over here, man. So I would choose this one to see if it is true or not. Because I'm not looking for these two over here. No. Whoa. It is really, really tough, man. It is really, really tough. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I'm thinking about it. Because with the two over there, I'm reading to see I'm looking to see or thinking about because I was taking some course from Udemy and I remember this one. But we're gonna move on. What is Fast API? Yes, a modern Python web framework. And whenever we finish, we'll just go over to see all the questions, if the questions are right, before we submit this. But I just want to make it as fast as possible. I'm not going to think about it. If you know, then you know. But I want to make this as interesting as possible. What is the benefit of using Pydantic in Fast API? Makes faster. I'll choose the second one. Provides data validation and serialization. Yes, I'll just choose that one. What is JSON? A programming language, data format storing data. I'll choose this one over here. Well, let me take this one and see what. Yes, man. Look, that's why I told you to visit this website, Cloudnoobsapi. It has been an honor being on this one, just taking this test and knowing that in real time you can be asked these questions during interviews. I'm fascinated about knowing what APIs are and working with just testing with curl and creating some headers. Just when you take a URL in particular, what entails a URL, understanding the queries that are in a URL is fascinating, man. It is important to know. It is very, very important to know. Yes, very, very important. All right, so we go to the next one. Which of these is valid JSON syntax? So this one, it is this one over here. Yes, this one name. It has to have a curly bracket, a name, be in the over here, and then bring the colon, and then yeah. So it is this one. It's not that far. What is the role of an API support engineer? To develop a new API to help developers use and troubleshoot API, I can choose that. Design user interface to manage database. You know, they are support, so they help developers use and troubleshoot API. Yes. Um, what is API rate limiting? A way to make API faster, a method to control how many requests a client can make, a type of authentication, database optimization. Well, I would take this one because you have to limit how many requests a client can make in order to in order not to make the API or the software run um, slower. Because they use Postman. Most of the time, most people use Postman just to do the troubleshooting and all that. Not, but this is the right answer to question 11. What is core? A programming language, a security feature that controls cross-origin requests, and like it has the name in here, so you can see that. Yeah, this is the right answer. What is API versioning? A way to track API usage, a method to manage changes to API over time, API security feature, a type of authentication. I would choose this one because versioning is just looking at the updates that are being done over the time period to a certain software. Improvement that is being done, that is being made to the softwares. And yeah, the answer is in the name. What is the purpose of HTTP status code? To make API faster, to indicate the results of the request, to authenticate users, to format. I would choose the second one, to indicate the results to the request, to give you the result to what you are looking for. Either it was okay or there was an error. For you to see what to do if you have to authenticate users to come in, or if you have to authorize users to know what they are going to do in the system. To, when you have authentication error, then you know that you have to give the person permission or access. When you authorization, that means that you have to let the person know what they are going to do inside thing, what they want to do. So what is API documentation? API, a list of API errors, a comprehensive guide explaining how to use an API. I will choose this one. Yeah, security feature, type of database, no. I'll choose the second one, a comprehensive guide. Yeah, documentation, yes. What is the difference between authentication and authorization? I just talked about this a few minutes ago. Authentication verifies identity and authorization controls access. So yeah, just whatever you're going to do in there, they have to give you an access to be able to go in there and then do it. But it is what it is. All right. What is an API key? A password for database, a unique identifier for authenticating API requests, a type of encryption, a programming language. I would choose the second one. Yeah, identifier. Or when you get the chance to work with Postman, and get the chance to create all those queries, you'll be able to have the ability to see how best you can make these identifiers, and you using keys and headers and all those, and writing writing JSON codes and all of that. What is the purpose of API testing? To make API faster, to verify API functionality and reliability, to create documentation, to design user interfaces. Okay. question to verify functional. I'll choose this one to see. What is the difference between put and patch in put and patch method? They are the same. Put updates entire resources, patch updates partially. Okay, yeah. What is API caching? A security feature, a way to store and restore API responses, a type of authentication, a programming language. I will choose the second one. All right, we have four more to go when we answer this question. What is the purpose of API monitoring? To create documentation to track API performance and availability, to authenticate users, to format. I'll choose this one over here. What is GraphQL? Yeah, a query language in API. Yeah, when you are choosing, when you click on the drop down to choose like a language that you want, we have JSON in there. You will see the GraphQL over there too. You just have to just download Postman and get on Cloudnoobsapi. Yes, have everything on there for you to pass and get a job as an API support engineer or security. What is the purpose of API pagination? All right. The word is huge though. I mean, pagination. I'll look for it later on to see what the meaning is. What is the role of HTTP headers in API requests? To make API faster to provide metadata about their request or respond, to create documentation, to design user interface. Okay. What is API throttling? Throttling. All right. So I'm gonna go all the way back to see if we missed something. The one that, yeah, okay, this one. Let me see. Are you ready? Are you ready to see what I did? Are you curious enough to see what I did? All right, let's go. Whew. Ooh, all right. Count with me. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! There you go. It's 100%. So I got 25 out of 25. And you see, like, it gives you an instant result that you can be able to see, and you can take the test, and you can review the lessons. If you got some of them, wrong, you can review them, go straight to the exact question that you got wrong, and it will explain everything. It will explain everything for you. You can retake the test, which will come with different questions at the time, like something like tests that have been put together, mixed together. So hey, we did great. We did good. Yes. So hey, make sure you visit cloudnoobsapi.com and take this test and look around. Just surf around and just come to the home API playground where you have 7 lessons and all that to go through. And then after that, you come to the beginner level and you go to the intermediate level, like structured learning, interactive learning, and all of that. All the good stuff. All the good stuff, man. I'm so proud of my boy. I'm so proud of this, man. And whenever you come to Cloud Cape Coast, hit the like button, okay? Hit it right there. It's right there. Hit it and let it go, so that it will be in your algorithm and you'll be able to see all my posts, man. Subscribe to keep this channel going. This is what we do. Thank you so much, guys.